What is up, guys? This is Charaz again, and today we're going to walk through the Grimrail depot. It is. I just forgot the name apparently, but it's the Grimrail depot, and it is one of the dungeons I am still missing in the list of dungeons I want to have a walkthrough of. And yeah, there we go. So I'm playing Demonology again because Demonology is fucking awesome. Oh, the glyph is working! And did you see that? The glyph that apparently has the cosmetical effect of giving me wings while in metamorphosis actually works right now. I've tried it quite a lot of times because I find it, I kind of like that. I kind of like the idea of that. I haven't seen, what the fuck, where's this guy going? But look at that. Um, I like the idea of that. It looks pretty cool. But the cast animation is not that cool. Oh yeah. Anyways, I'm here for the dungeon. I have been in here for quite a few times yet. But well, not that much. Hasn't been that many times though. For 2 or 3 times. So I know that dungeon already, so it's not a blind walkthrough. But still, going to have some fun here, going to explain the bosses, although they don't need that much of an explanation. Most of them, and I should actually use my Cataclysm. Because Cataclysm is still quite strong. And I'm also going to talk about the Demonology changes that have gone live yesterday. New patch notes have been released. Let's interrupt them. Pretty good. New patch notes have been released for this game, for this state of the beta, and Demonology has been nerfed. You can't call it nerfed because it hasn't been live in the first place, so they can't nerf anything that wasn't live. But they have been weakened if you compare it to the last few weeks, state of the last few weeks, and thus, oh, my Scouter is not working. That is not cool because I wanted to see how Demonology passes right now. But okay, we're going to see that during the next raid testing, which is going to be tomorrow. So anyways, but yeah, still quite a fun spec that didn't change anything mechanic-wise, which I am really happy about. Like, I really like that. I really like the way you can play the Demonology Warlock right now, which is the same way as you were playing it before, during Mr. Pandaria, for example. And yeah, I really like that. Also, yeah, I really hope it's not going to be weaker than the other 2 specs. I really hope that. Like, it would be pretty cool if it was competitive, if you could play it while being topping the DPS meters or being useful for your raid, which wasn't really the case during Siege of Orgrimmar, which was because it was kind of overpowered. Let's eat something, if the tank lets me eat something. Do one go, fuck it. Let's go for it then. That boss really doesn't do much. I don't know. I just lost my stacks. That boss really doesn't do much. You need to get out of this stuff as soon as possible, which I didn't right now because I was casting a Cataclysm, and you can't hit this guy. Yeah, that's it basically. Get out of this stuff, heal through the AoE, which is going to happen right now, and dot the other guy while you kill this guy first, which is kind of important because I think this guy enrages when you kill the other guy. So for heroic or for challenge mode, for example, it's going to be quite important to kill this guy first, because this guy either doesn't enrage or the enrage of this guy isn't that annoying, because you can't avoid much of his damage, and you can't avoid the AoE, of course, you can't avoid that, but you can use cooldowns to get through it, so yeah. Basically this is the easier guy of those 2, so oh, I didn't get the corruption up. Let's get a Cataclysm going, and yeah, kill this guy. I think this is significantly easier than it was in the first few times I killed this guy, because it's dying faster, which I'm kinda I don't have an opinion about that. It's quite an easy and therefore boring boss. So yeah, just kill it and go on. Let's talk about the Demonology Warlock a bit. Like I said, they have been some abilities have been, I can't say nerfed. It's just not right. So some abilities have been weakened if you compare them to what they have been before, and even the Demon Bolt has been weakened by not 100%. It did 250% of spell power before the let's just call it nerf, but it's not a nerf at all. Let's call it nerf because I don't want to find other words for it. Before the nerf, it did for 250% of spell power, and now it hits for 150% of spell power. And like, nerfing the Demon Bolt actually doesn't do anything. I would say it doesn't do anything because you're not using the Demon Bolt anyways. You're not using it right now, and you're pretty much not going to use it later on. I can't cast a Cataclysm on this guy to apply Doom. Cataclysm has been the much stronger spell for Demonology Warlocks throughout the raid testings. And yeah, therefore the nerf of the Demonology Warlock, Demon Bolt actually doesn't make any sense. Let's say that. So, you're still going to use Cataclysm. And that's it. Still going to use Cataclysm, you're not going to change. And whereas you could still use the Demon Bolt at some encounters, or you could at least test it, it's pretty much useless right now. Oh, 2 explosions. I don't know. And I don't really like Demonology Warlocks getting quote-unquote nerfed. Because I really like it being that strong, or as strong as it was. And yeah. Having that taken away actually sucks. Well, anyways, just run it off. Just test it in the raiding environment, and yeah. I'm going to skip that following trash because it's kind of boring. It's just... let's just get on the train because that is a very nice thing. I really like that environment, for example. Let's get on the train and then cut out the trash because the trash is kind of boring. Okay, here we go again. This is the final trash group on this train, right before the boss. And well, it's not the final trash group, it's the pre-last trash group, but anyways, just going to continue on that. Just to make you see one more, some of the trash. Oh crap, I just dotted that one. Oh well, it's a hex, so it's not going to break that early. Thing is, what was I going to say here? This trash is actually dealing some good damage if you don't take care about this shrapnel blast some of those people, or some of those trash mobs are doing. If you let that, if you don't use any cooldown, or if you don't interrupt that, interrupting that would be the more appropriate thing to do. But if you don't do that, there is a chance of dying. So yeah, I wanted you to see some of these trash packs, although there have not been any of those mobs in there, in this trash group. And also they're silencing you, and I really don't like that. I don't even know how to avoid this. Holy crap. Oh yeah, that was not the shrapnel blast, but the shrapnel blast actually is hitting the tank right now, and he's dropping quite kind of low. If you see that, you can't see my cursor, but I'm just going to stun into that. I can't interrupt that. Just kind of sad. Wish I could. I wish I had the axe toss bound in a macro. I think axe toss still exists, like the demon thingy. That should still exist, and that should actually be used to interrupt those guys, but I am a very lazy person, and therefore I don't have a macro for that. Anyways, we're going to get to the second boss. It's a... You could even say he has 3 phases. Because, really? People are leaving. If the tank does not leave, or the heal does not leave, everything is fine. Just going to cut that out. Okay, see you when we got another... Oh, there is going to be... Looks like a damage dealer is going to be joining our group. If he doesn't, let's just cut that out until the damage dealer actually arrives. Okay, let's go on. I'm sorry for that. As you can see in the time here, or at the time there, something very bad happened. Like, after the damage dealer left the group I was in before, and I should adjust the volume a bit, the service went down. And, yeah, the game got fucked. Did it really just silence me on my characters as well? Well, anyways, yeah, the service got fucked. And, I basically got kicked out of the group. Everybody got kicked out of the group, and I wasn't able to find any tank for like 3 hours or so. I think I searched for a long time, and now I got 2 friends of mine helping me out, which is pretty cool because I don't think it would have been possible to find any tank otherwise. Like, really, it just wasn't possible. I was in the queue for like 50 consecutive minutes. Could you please stop silencing me? 50 consecutive minutes, and right before I've also been in the queue for like a long time. And yeah, that is pretty awesome. And just to comment a bit on that, I do not know why this guy left. Is that something new? Do you leave after you die one time? Is that something you do? Anyways. I don't give a shit. At least the healer and the tank are friends of mine, and therefore we should be able to finish this dungeon now, and I am very happy about that. Also, it's pretty late right now, so don't expect me to finish my sentences or something like that. It does not happen. Anyways, it's not like it's oh yeah, we should actually... What? Why can't I? Oh. Okay. We have been queued, and we got a new damage dealer. And yeah, that's the second boss we were all waiting for. I've been waiting for it longer than you were, because I waited for it like for 3 hours? I don't know. We'll see when I upload that video, because I don't know when the first take ended. Anyways, this boss is like an encounter you might want to yeah, it has like 3 phases, I believe. First one is this one. He just stands there and fires his mortar, and then he jumps over to his cannon, or into his cannon, and you have to run through him. Like, the sides of this train go down, and then you can run over that. It's basically quite an easy, well, not that much of an easy boss, once again, but it's quite an easy boss. Things he does is he summons ads, and he does not stop that until you trigger phase 2. And you need to kill those ads, obviously. And also, what he also does is he does this fix shade on you, and if it hits you while casting, you get interrupted, and yeah, that's things that always happen. Nothing new. But yeah, you need to kill the cannon while killing the ads a bit, and I'm focusing a bit on the ads because these ads do drop... Could that please stop? Don't focus on me, that is annoying. I mean, I am a demo warlock after all, so I can cast while running, but at the same time, and you want to pick up those grenades, which I for some reason can't, but I can use the cannon. Now there's two different things that you want to do. First you want to... Oh wow, I'm pretty bad at talking while playing. First you want to pick up those barrels here. I think it is a barrel. In order to throw them at a given point. I really want to show you that, but I can't pick up any cannons, any barrels. And they deal a lot of damage. And so does the cannon, and you need to hit this stuff with it. And you always hit that stuff with it. And oh, I finally picked up a cannon, or a barrel. And that does a lot of damage. And you really want to do that, because otherwise the cannon does not take any damage. And yeah, you need to bring the cannon down. And right after that, the boss should come down a bit and attack you. That's the plan. I do have a lot of barrels here. Yeah. After you like find out what this boss is about, like killing the ads and blowing up the ads and the cannon. Of course, you need to focus on the cannon. You need to get some damage onto the cannon. Can I please res him? I can't res him because he's out of range. That's pretty cool. You really have to focus on the cannon in order to kill the boss, because otherwise you're just stuck with tons of ads, and that will not help you at all. But yeah, after you finish, or after you kill the cannon, this boss is like tank and spank. Fires his cannon at some places, which you have to avoid, obviously. Like I had to do, or more or less did right now, and then it should die. So to get things together, or to sum it up, because I was kind of lacking the eloquency to tell you what this boss can. First phase, he's going to change positions into his cannon. Second phase, pick up the barrels. Those barrels are actually very important. Those barrels that the trash mobs drop. Pick them up, throw them into the trash, or preferably into the cannon. And whenever you have the debuff, I don't have a weak aura for that, but I think I will add an animation that shows it in the video. Whenever you have the debuff, get into a cannon and fire it in order to deal like 1,000,000 damage to the boss. Like I hit it 3 times, I believe, for 3,000,000 damage, and that's a lot. Just to my Hand of Gul'dan did like 500k damage during the whole fight. That's not that much. About this... Wow, the lags. About this part of the instance, this fire here does a lot of damage if you stand in it. Like, you get one stack of it, you take like 2,000 damage per second, and this increases by fire stacks. Like every stack you collect of that fire is increasing damage to you, and you should not stand inside of there. So wait until the fire is over. At the side you want to run through that part and then run over. People have actually died during that, or at that part, so yeah, pretty important not to stand in the fire, I believe. Also, I finally got Skada to run again, so we can see how much damage Demonology is doing right now at the final boss. I mean, it's still a beta, but I really want to see how they goofed up with the new balancing stuff. We'll see. What I find awesome is that Cataclysm just stayed as strong as it was. And it was like the spell that made actually made the Demonology Warlock as strong as it was. But yeah. About this trash, don't stand in the shit, kill it as good as you can. And then it's time for the last boss already. It's lifetime. I'm going to do that after the trash because I have a lot of demonic fury that I can. Cool. This is taking a lot of time. There's still some trash left. Okay, so let's just cut to the boss because that is just not interesting. You don't want to watch me killing trash. Oh well, let's cut to the boss. See ya then. Okay, so here we go again. If you want, you may want to take a look at the landscape, which is actually kind of lagging. That looks pretty cool. But it repeats itself, which is... well, reminds me to old comic movies or things. Yeah. Let's kill this Skylord Tovra. It is one of these Enrage encounters, I believe. Doesn't do a lot. It's not a very hard boss. Very undecisive attack. Yeah. Let's do some first. And what basically happens is that dragon flies over you and lays down those lightning thingies, lightning trails, I believe. And it's going to do that at increasing speed. So it's going to be faster and faster until the whole train is full of lightning. And you'll see that later on. That is going to be pretty hard to heal for a healer if you're not able to kill him as fast as possible. So the boss is pretty easy. Just don't stand in the lightning stuff. And get out of it and stuff like that. But right now we don't have the burst that the last group had, for example, and the boss is at a pretty high amount of HP. It also roots you, so I should have basically cut out a portal. Yeah. Don't know what to say about it, just don't stand in it and hope you kill the boss early enough. But yeah. Let's get some feedback about the dungeon going, rather than not saying anything. Dungeon itself is pretty cool. It's one of the cooler dungeons in the Warlords of Draenor add-on. And the dungeons in the Warlords of Draenor add-on were actually very cool, all of them. The highlight of this is actually the train. Like, this is focused around the train. And I really like that. I've never seen, or the World of Warcraft has never seen such a dungeon. Like, there is no dungeon based on a train in this game. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's something new, after all. And yeah. And now we can see that the lightning, or the room that is full of lightning is going to be bigger and bigger all the time, so you need to kill it pretty fast. I think we're going to kill the boss now. And yeah, that's it. quite an easy boss. I can imagine, well, I can imagine that this is going to be harder in challenge mode and stuff like that, because obviously, oh, damage dealer died and I didn't rest him. No, that's pretty bad. Yeah, didn't see that. Oh yeah, in the end it's quite an easy boss. Got the achievement, which I should already have, to be honest. And there is some loot for me in the boss. Yeah, that's it. It's not a hard instance, or not a hard dungeon. Only the second boss is kinda... If you're going... Or if you started that with random people... Why do you do that? Anyways, yeah. If you're going to be in there with like random people, it is going to be maybe not that easy to kill the second boss, because people don't know what they're doing or what they have to do. So remember, pick up the bombs, pick up the barrels, and yeah, don't really need to do that. Pick up the stuff, and obviously go into the cannon when you have the debuff. Yeah. So all in all, it's a cool dungeon, and the final, there's going to be a cutscene, I believe, when the train crashes, all that stuff. So we can expect something, but that looks pretty cool. Like it's the train trashed in the end because there is no one to like steer it. But yeah. Okay. So sorry for being kind of not that eloquent today, because it's kind of late, and it's a very spontaneous thing to do because people just came online and hey, let's just finish the dungeon, and yeah. Okay. See ya in the what is missing? The Iron Docks. Look at this, they closed it again. I have been in there, I have frapped it until the last boss, until the final boss, but then the group left. Which apparently happens a lot on the beta. Now they closed it. So I can't get in there. But as soon as they open it again, I just get in there and get some footage together. So yeah. If you like this video, contemplate about subscribing to this channel, would help a lot. If you don't, just watch it, just enjoy it, and yeah, see you later. Bye.